me what the appeal of the show was for both of you, with your characters and the concept of the show and sci-fi, that whole thing.
Well, one thing I loved is that just the whole almost human thing. I mean, I just love the tension that they're playing with. I think that they're playing with the tension of, you know, the future and what are we gaining, what are we losing, which we're always kind of asking ourselves, at least I am daily, you know, just sort of these ethical questions. And then also just about like humanity, and I think the Dorian character just raises a lot of questions of just like what it is to be human, what it is to not be human. So there's just a lot of great things they're exploring, and they're mining every part of it.
All of that and J.J. Abrams. I feel like you'd be silly not to be a part of something with J.J. Abrams and Joel Wyman if you had the opportunity. So,
Yeah.
to be honest, depends. I think it depends. Sometimes there's something to be said for being surprised with the audience as to what's going on with your character. I've been on a show where I had no. I mean, I was on a show for 4 years and I had no idea where it was going. So I was on the journey with her, which there's something to be said for that. There's a lot of fun in that. But when on this show, I actually it's good to know where they're going because there's things you need to plant today to set up for later. So that way, I think what's so genius about this show and these creators is that they think so far ahead and they plant little seeds today that maybe tomorrow or the next day you'll go, oh wait, what was that? And it makes you think. They make you think, these guys, which is so great about the show, and which is why I'm so happy to be a part of it, because I just am excited by all of that. And so I think in this case it's kind of good to know, because there's so many pieces to the puzzle that you need to be a part of putting together.
Mm-hmm. Well, the thing that's tricky is, like, yes, I like to know everything about the character, but with TV, it's sort of like it's like life. You don't know what the hell's going to happen. And so I could plan, but it doesn't matter, because if in episode 8, especially if the creators don't share, a lot of times, like 6 Feet Under, they weren't allowed to tell you what was going on for many reasons. Some of them because they didn't know, B, because of the leaking and so on. So like, I didn't know, and I wish I had known. But you know, here I feel like they're going to keep me in the loop as much as possible. But you know, TV's sort of edge of your seat thing. It's just, I can't get that invested in making character decisions, because they might just have to be like, sorry, I know you made that decision, but guess what, we need to do this. I'm like, oh, you're kidding. So forget it. I'm just going to make her really malleable. Vancouver's great. 2 issues. It's not home, but it's great. So what are you going to do? I make the best of it, and it's a great city to be in. If I'm going to be away from home, that's the city I'd like to be in. And you take advantage of the outside. It's an outside city, so you explore.
Exactly. That was the best way to say. I mean, if you're going to be stuck somewhere, Vancouver doesn't suck. But, you know, and it's funny, too, because it's always like, well, it's only 2.5 hours away from home. For you, it's so much longer.
I live in
she
New
lives
York,
in New York. It's much harder.
Yeah.
And it's another country. It's not like you're just flying. You also have to go through customs, which is, you know, just makes traveling, you know. But lucky to have a job, happy to be working, and have a good job, and work with amazing people. And so it's hard to complain.
The cast is great. Everyone gets along. It feels almost like we're doing a play in a certain way. So it's a great situation.